Hello, you. Do you live here? Do you live here? My grandpa, he built this house in 1925. I haven't been here in a long, long time. Does anybody live here now? It's for sale. I was just talking about this house last week. I'm happy to meet you. I wish you could tell me your name. Is it, let me guess, Goldie? Are you Goldie? Where are you? Where'd you go? Where'd you go? There you are. There you are. I remember this porch. It was late at night in the summer. It was the first time I heard A Hard Day's Night by the Beatles. Does anybody live here? Does anybody live here? They're probably calling the police right now.
Hey everybody, I am so happy to see you today. Thank you so much for coming back and seeing me and Desi today. I so hope you had a good, safe, fun summer week. Well, today I want to share with you my favorites from the last few months and things that I buy off of either Amazon or QVC. And the last time I did this, you seemed to really like it, so I want to do it again. Only in this video, I'm going to share with you two of my favorite products of the year, and that doesn't usually happen. And one is skincare, and the other one is something for our body that, well, it's just a total game changer, so I want to share those things with you. And I also have a recipe that I'm going to share with you today, which kind of blows my mind because you know I really don't go in the kitchen that much. But I want to share with you a summer dip that I make in honor of a new appliance that I got. That sounded so weird. There are two things that I have changed when it comes to my skincare that I want to share with you. And number one is I have been using religiously these Joha peel pads. And this has glycolic acid and it has papaya extract. And I use these every day. And I really didn't think a whole lot about it until after a couple weeks when you started saying, what's going on? And I started, looking in a 10 times mirror and I noticed my texture. And I thought, what happened to those deep wrinkles? I don't get it. And I have used peel pads before, so what's so special about these? These are from Korea, but these, as far as I know, these are the only peel pads that have the extract of papaya. And papaya, pineapple, that is going to help brighten us. It's going to help us exfoliate, get rid of all that dead skin cell. So what I did is I started also using a cleanser that is extract of papaya. So with those two products working together, I think that is why you are noticing a change. that I wanted to share with you. Sounds like a simple little thing, but for me it was huge. I stopped using the Sonia Kashuk beauty blenders and I switched over to Studio Pro. These are so cute, but they look like the Sonia Kashuk beauty blenders. But I love these because these are infused with charcoal. And I know what you're thinking, so what does that matter? Well, if it's infused with charcoal, that is a natural deterrent for germs and bacteria. So if I don't always get to my sponge right away to cleanse it like I should, it's really nice to know that these are a lot more friendly when it comes to bacteria. And you know, that kind of stuff always kind of concerns me. That's why I don't derma roll, because I'm kind of a germ nut. But anyway, these beauty blenders are beautiful. They're so soft you can almost use them dry. They're the perfect size. Anyway, I can't say enough wonderful things about these infused with charcoal. Don't you wish everything was infused with charcoal? I wanted to make sure that I shared with you a couple inexpensive but really beautiful makeup products that I get off of Amazon. The first one is, these are eyeshadow sticks. They're so creamy and they stay all day and they're by e.l.f. This one is in champagne. They have them in all kinds of colors. I bought them in all the colors they offer. You never know, right? But what makes this so great, now this one is in champagne. I can use this in the corner of my eye. I can get that little pen in there just perfectly. And I also can put this underneath my brow and over my brow for a little bit of emphasis, like, oh wow, I just had a brow lift. But it's really this. So how cool is that? But the finish is so pretty. It's not over the top. You know, no, you're not going to walk into a room and people are going to gasp, oh, what does she have on her eyelids? I mean, they really are very, very beautiful, reasonably priced, and very effective. The next thing I wanted to share with you is something that I saw on TikTok. Yeah, I said the T word. This is the Covergirl Lash Blast, and you could put literally, you could spend a whole day just putting coat after coat after coat of this mascara on and it won't ever clump and it won't ever look like you overdid it. It is the weirdest thing. It's amazing. And what I do is I go ahead and, you know, I curl my lashes, I put my conditioner on, and then I put my regular mascara. I usually use the Essence mascara. One coat, and then I go back in with my Lash Blast and it separates and it makes my lashes look a little bit longer. It's awesome. But how cool is that? You can't make a mistake. You can't overdo it. You can't be heavy-handed. Okay, I'll stop now. The next thing I want to share with you is I got myself a new hand mixer. This is so nice. This is by Redmond. And it is deluxe. It has 5 speeds. I don't know why anybody would need 5 speeds, but it has 5 speeds, no clutch, but maybe it needs one. That 5th speed is a killer. I want to share with you my Michigan spinach dip. And I went and I took you with me and I filmed me putting it together and me plating it up. It is so good. And I hope you enjoy it because I don't usually do recipes, but I tell you, I do a mean spinach dip. I do a salmon mousse that is so good. I do my Oregon dip. I do my Michigan dip. So yeah, I'm really happy to share my recipe with you and tell me what you think. And let me know what your favorite dip is for the summer. I'm going to leave the recipe below for you, but I just want to show you the ingredients that I'm using tonight. I'm going to be using a cup of my Hellmann's mayonnaise, 2 bricks of my Philadelphia cream cheese, 1 cup of just regular sour cream. I already have drained 16 ounces of my spinach, half a teaspoon of horseradish, maybe a little bit more, 1/2 of shredded sharp cheddar cheese. Say that fast 10 times, I dare you. The last thing I'm going to add is this vegetable soup mix by Knorr's.
a good recipe. What I did is I just flipped it in the bowl that we used to put it in last night. I used that as a mold. So I'm serving it today in kind of that round mold. I put a little cheese on top.
Best things that I have ever bought off of QVC is a fan. It's called the Cascade Fan. I don't know if you're familiar with this fan, but I can be 30 feet away from the fan, and no matter where I stand in my room, the fan is blowing on me. The technology of this fan is incredible. So I want to take you in my bedroom again and show you this Cascade fan and how it works. I don't really understand how it works, and I don't really care how it works. It just works. Can you imagine? Remember the old days where you kind of, fight your friends to get in front of the fan just to get that breeze? It's amazing.
I am standing in my half bath that is off of my bedroom. I am about 30 feet away from that window where you see my new fan. And it is as if I am standing right in front of that fan. I can feel that breeze. What it has is this special little oscillating disc. So in other words, you're getting the fan, but also in this particular design, it is shooting that cool breeze all over the room. So no matter where you stand in the room, you feel this breeze, you feel the fan.
When I look back at the end of the year of some of the products that made such a huge difference for me in my appearance, I would say, the Beach Bay from L'Oreal, that has to be like either #1 or #2. I spent so much time with those ridiculous self-tanners. They smelled, and you have to rub them, and you can't put your clothes on right away, and it's just a disaster. They'd be kind of streaky and maybe a little orange. Anyway, I don't have to do any of that anymore. The Beach Bay goes on like a moisturizer, like a body butter, and it is so pretty. It gives you the most beautiful glowing tan. It doesn't transfer, it doesn't smell, and if you make a mistake, you can wash it right off, but it doesn't transfer, and it just makes everything look so pretty. And full disclosure, a few months ago, I was talking about the very expensive body sauce. And this is $50. And this does the same thing that this does, only this is harder to apply. It's messier. And it transfers like crazy. Now, it doesn't stain your clothes. You can, if you get it on your bra and your bra is all brown, it comes right out. But still, can you imagine on your wedding day using this and then you've got brown on your, no. But now, full disclosure, I was sent this body sauce. I don't know why I was sent the body sauce, because this is not #1 on my list. I honestly can tell you from my heart, if you want glowing, shining, beautiful tan skin, when you're wearing your dress or your bathing suit or your top or whatever, you are going to want to use the Beach Bay. It's the same exact thing, only better. And this is $50 and this is $12. But it's amazing. And I can use it on my face if I want. I can use it on my toes. It doesn't matter. I can use it on Desi. No, I wouldn't use it on Desi, but you get my drift. This top, this is by Brittany Black. This is a beautiful kind of romantic boho top. This shirt is like 2-in-1. So there's like a very pretty satiny shirt underneath, and then over it goes the lace poncho. So it is so pretty. It's so much prettier in person than it is on film. And when you order it, you get it within a few days. The material is so beautiful. It comes in a beautiful gift box with a beautiful card. So I bring that up because if you're going to give this as a gift, it is gorgeous. Just gorgeous. Everything I have ordered from Brittany Black is just beautiful. So I will link them below. I had an opportunity to visit Bill this week at the nursing home. So on my way home, I go right by the house that I grew up in, the house I was just talking about. So I wasn't going to stop, but I went down the street and I saw that there was a for sale sign in front of the house. And I went, oh boy, I'm going to stop and, you know, take some pictures and do a little video for my gal pals here. And when I got out, I suddenly remembered that I had done that in 2015, 6 years ago. And I remember, oh my gosh, it sent me into like such an amazing depression. I was so sad and I thought, should I really do this? And I thought, oh, what the heck, right? I want to see my old house. So I thought I got to knock on the door and ask permission because I want to film in the backyard. Where
I remember this porch. It was late at night in the summer. It was the first time I heard A Hard Day's Night by the Beatles. And I love her. I remember that song. I remember there was a swing at the end of the porch and I just loved it. I loved that song.
I went up the stairs and I've got my camera going and I'm knocking on the door, and while I'm waiting for them to answer the door to get permission to film, I'm filming. I know, I'm bad. Nobody comes to the door. So I'm just left there. Me, my memories, and this beautiful golden cat. So I'm looking around and instead of feeling sad or depressed, I was so full of joy. I remembered nights, summer nights on that porch, and the light from the living room would shine through. I'd have my little transistor radio and I'd be listening for Beatles songs. It was beautiful. But being here in Michigan, we're real close to Motown and we are Motown fans here. And those beautiful black voices would fill the air. When I was a child, it was like magic. Stevie Wonder, the Four Tops, Diana Ross, Aretha Franklin. I loved those people. They filled my heart with such joy, the way they sang. I remember when I was there before, I was going through the Beatles songs and I remember feeling, you know, such sadness. But this time around, all I could remember was that song, People Get Ready. There's a train a-comin', and it felt so good. But what that did for me, being on that porch of my old house that I was just telling you about, that made me feel so inadequate as a little girl. That same house made me so happy because in looking back, I realized how far I have come, how much I have healed in the last 6 years. I can't tell you how happy I was. So it is possible. It's so possible that people can change and people can heal. And it is not an easy road to get there. But that song, People Get Ready, there's a train a-comin'. No baggage needed. You just get on board. everybody. Thank you so much for spending... Hey everybody, thank you so much for spending this time with us today. I loved every second of it. I always do. If you get a chance below, do you believe that people change? Do you have an example of that, perhaps? I know people say, oh, no, people don't change, but I think they do. Please have yourself a wonderful brand new week. And when you're done with your week, please come back and see me and Desi, okay? All right. It's a deal. We'll be here.
Can you share that bone with me? It looks so good. You wouldn't mind sharing it with me, would you? Share? Do you know how to share?